Michigan's middle class is disappearing as students leave school with excess debt, and wages have stagnated. What is your plan to raise wages in Michigan?
So I think we do that on a couple of different fronts. First and foremost, the skills gap, I think, is what is holding so many of us from getting into higher wage jobs. You're pursuing a new path after you'd been you're a paramedic, and now you're in school to be a nurse. Really closing that skills gap and getting people into higher wage jobs is, of course, how we raise incomes. But also, I do believe in raising the minimum wage in Michigan, and it's something that I supported. It's something that I negotiated, actually, with Republicans. I was able to cross the aisle and build in a cost of living increase. So for 4 years, every year it went up a bit. It's still not enough. I don't believe anyone should work a full-time job and still live in poverty. Our gross domestic product has increased here in Michigan. Household incomes have not. Household ownership has not either, and that's the part of the economy that we haven't fixed yet.
Hello, Gretchen. So economy question is coming. So Michigan is a state with many resources and a long manufacturing history. Past governors have tried to diversify away from the auto industry by offering incentives. What do you view the relationship between economic development incentives and the current state tax revenues? And what's your vision to attract a business to Michigan?
Right. Well, thank you, Nicole. And you're an accountant, right?
Yes.
So yes, makes a lot of sense that Nicole's asking this question. It's a great question. So when we think about the Michigan economy, we've all benefited because we were the center of mobility. That's what grew the middle class, created the middle class right here in Michigan. We've benefited from it in so many ways, and so many different suppliers are a part of that. And we know that mobility is changing, and Michigan's got to stay on the cutting edge of mobility. I think it would be foolish for anyone to suggest that we not continue to try to own leadership space in mobility. And I know that's not what you were suggesting, but I think it's really important that we are doing all of the things in our economy and in our investment to maintain that edge. And as I think about it, our roads are a part of that. Our connectivity, broadband, the lack of real universal broadband across our state is a fundamental part of that. And so those are two things that I think and I know we can do. But here's the other thing. Michigan is home to 21% of the world's fresh water. And the whole earth, 1/5 of the fresh water that you cannot live without is in and around our borders. And because of this abundance, we have taken it for granted. We've permitted corporate threats to the water. We've seen practices that have jeopardized all of our drinking water. And we're seeing it right now with PFAS, with oil going through the Straits of Mackinac, with withdrawals, old infrastructure underneath the ground. And this is a crisis that we have in Michigan. And so as I think about where our opportunities are, we could create a blue economy in this state. We've got water, we've got research universities, we've got Michigan brains. I mean, this is an opportunity for us, and it's an urgent, dire need too. So I'd love to combine all of these and really grow a blue economy in Michigan.